CHOZOS are said to be the peacekeepers of the galaxy, but once upon a time, they were a warrior race who had a lot of pride in their technologies. They were heralded as the best in the galaxy at one point. Though most of them have now forsaken their warlike tendencies, save for the Morkans, they are still very proficient with their science and technology. Just to give you an idea of how advanced the CHOZOS are, they invented Samus' power suit, which can be used to shield her from dangerous creatures, with further suit upgrades even allowing her to survive in extreme environments and the vacuum of space. They also created the super artificial intelligence, known as Mother Brain. She serves as an advisor and a storage for some of the CHOZOS' most powerful weapons, including the Hyper Beam. They were even capable of creating their own organic life, the Metroids, the very same creatures that the franchise is named after. They were used to combat the X-Parasite by consuming a product that is known as life energy, a substance in every living creature that no one knew existed. So it's quite evident that they are able to create some of the most impressive things that we see in the Metroid universe. But the question now is, how much further ahead are the CHOZOS compared to the two biggest factions in the Metroid universe, being the Galactic Federation and the Space Pirates? I don't think the CHOZOS are that much further ahead currently. The Galactic Federation and the Space Pirates are definitely catching up. And why do I believe that? Let's look at their progress for now. First, let's look into the Space Pirates. The Space Pirates may appear primitive at first, but they are actually said to be quite advanced, as they were able to clone multiple copies of the Metroid in Super Metroid, and Ridley built a robot in his own image in Zero Mission. This is only looking at the 2D mainline games, because when we look at the Prime series, we know that they have a dedicated science department who experimented with the Phazon, created a hologram of the solar system, and at one point tried to copy the Morph Ball, albeit ended at a very gruesome tragedy for those involved. But above all else, it seems the Space Pirate really loved to create bioweapons of some sort, as these include the aforementioned Phazon experiments for speed and power enhancement, the cybernetic enhancement for Ridley to become Meta Ridley, and the infamous Project Dread, which was a scan in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It is a project that uses Metroids to fuel weapons by using the energies the Metroids absorb. As for the Galactic Federation, they seem to be closer than ever to the CHOZO technology. In Prime and Other M, we already saw the Galactic Federation created their own supercomputer being, and these included the Aurora units and Melissa Bergman. Granted, they had Mother Brain's infrastructure and based it off of that. They also replicated Samus' suit with the mechs in Metroid Prime Federation Force. Granted, the size are huge and the movements are a lot more clunky in movement. Then we also have whatever that thing is that Anthony Higgs was carrying in Metroid Other M, otherwise known as the plasma gun. Granted, unlike Samus' arm cannon, it's huge and takes forever to charge. Okay, I feel like there's a pattern of behavior where the Galactic Federation are just following the CHOZO's footsteps, trying to replicate everything the CHOZOS have created.
Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
But I swear the CHOZOS aren't that smart. I would dare say that the Galactic Federation and the Space Pirates were smarter than the CHOZOS at some capacity. Why do I think that? This is due to the Phazon. At this point, you might be wondering, what's this Phazon that I keep mentioning? So the next question is, what is the Phazon, you might ask? Nah, probably not. You wouldn't be watching this video if you don't know anything about Metroid lore. But if you really don't have any idea, here's a quick rundown of what the Phazons are. They are a parasite that came from far away from a planet called Fars. The planet will occasionally shoot out giant pods known as Leviathans. These Leviathans will travel far out into space to then land on a planet, infecting the planet with a poisonous substance, which is the Phazon. Essentially, the Leviathans are like seeds. The Phazon will kill anything it touches, and those who does not die from it will lose their mind and transform into an aggressive feral beast. 50 years prior to Prime 1, whilst the CHOZOS were occupying Talon 4 peacefully, disaster one day struck the CHOZOS as the Leviathan seed had landed onto the planet. The CHOZO had no way of combating the evil substance, and all they could do was to contain it as best as they could with 12 artifacts, and then wait for the Chosen One to one day save the dying planet. Many years later, the Chosen One, who was revealed to be Samus, came by and cleansed Talon 4 of the Phazon. The CHOZOS couldn't do anything against the Phazon other than to lock it away and stay far away from it, even with the most advanced technology. What did the Galactic Federation do? Well, they managed to defeat this poisonous substance with their technology. What technology did they use? Why they just used the Phazon itself to fight against Phazon? putting fight fire with fire literally. How about the space pirate? Well, they practically harnessed the phazon to be used in everything without suffering from the obvious side effects. Granted, there was a lot of casualties before then. But for how advanced the CHOZOS are meant to be compared to the humans and the space pirates, they sure weren't that smart when it comes to dealing with the phazon. But to give the CHOZOS some credit, they were a spacefaring species about hundreds of centuries ago, and they built the Sky Town in Elysia 1,500 years ago before forsaking the city, opting for a more spiritual lifestyle instead. Even as of recent, their creation, the Metroids, are still the only life form that are able to drain a mystery life force, a creature that no one in the universe were able to replicate. So while the rest of the galaxy are catching up to the CHOZOS in technology, the CHOZOS are still ahead in the race, even though they have quit the race a long time ago. I hope this gives you a perspective on the advancement of the Metroid universe, but this is just one man's opinion, and if you think I'm wrong, let me know at the comments down below. For those of you who enjoyed this and stayed to the end, why don't you slap the subscribe button, it'll help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.